Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Doing a little belated weekly reading recap. Sorry, I've been all over the place this past week, but a couple videos this week to hold you over. Sorry about that. Yeah, like I said, been busy doing things. It was my girlfriend's birthday this past weekend, so hung out with her and the fam for the entire weekend, and I was having internet problems the whole time throughout. So a little preoccupied, couldn't get this recorded and up there at that time. I think the internet problems have subsided. I came home from work today and it was like magically fixed. I didn't do anything different, they just fixed themselves, so whatever. Yeah, we got plenty of books to talk about, a couple of life updates, so let's just get into it. Slower week of reading, but nonetheless reading two great books. Regardless, started off Independent People by Halldór Laxness. I've only read maybe 50 pages or so of this week, coming up on about 100 pages left until I finish it. This is definitely a contender for book of the year, top 3 books I've ever read, literally ever. Check out my last video. I talk a bit more in depth as to why. Read a couple passages in there. This is an Icelandic author. This is the book that won him his Nobel Prize in Literature and his most famous written work. But yeah, check out my previous video as to why I think this is my favorite. It just sort of has everything that I like in a book and then some. A bit of Icelandic classic lit for ya today. Complete 180 on the other book I'm reading. This is my audiobook this week, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. About 75% of the way through this one. They're just about to start the third task. And yeah, enjoying it. I'm liking some of the subtle ways, granted they are a bit elementary, in terms of foreshadowing. Obviously I know the plot twist of the book, the many plot twists of this book, and so it is cool to see the instances of foreshadowing used basically throughout the whole series. I guess that is the antithesis of the Harry Potter series. They're kids books, but they are sort of just mystery books at a whole. And yeah, enjoying this. I like the guy who reads it. I forget his name. He's some famous audiobook reader. He does all the Harry Potter books on Libby, and enjoying it very much so. We'll finish this up this week for sure. I know I said that last week, but I'm trying to finish up Independent People. Like I said, this past week has been a blur. I've been doing a whole bunch of things. I guess what have I been up to? Went to an MLB game with my girlfriend last weekend, which sort of not spiraled, but it was a good outing. Went out for dinner a couple of times, and then this weekend had the full, her birthday was Friday, so we took the full afternoon and evening to do all the birthday things. Watched the NFL home opener, go Bengals, yesterday. Ugly win, but whatever, a win is a win. And yeah, I guess this is gonna be a short update. My neck is still not great. You can't see it because it's on, well, you can kind of see it. I think I said like 2 videos ago that my neck was getting better. I guess I lied there, psych, I couldn't tell the future, but my neck has actually gotten worse since then. One of the stitches popped out and the Dermabond glue that was holding it together came off as well prematurely. And so now there's just a dime-sized hole in the back of my neck. And I can't really do anything about it, unfortunately. So, been dealing with that. Less than ideal, as they say, circumstances, but hey, at least the weather's nice. Been enjoying getting outside and just walking around, I guess. My chess updates. I actually went on a book buying spree. Watch out for that video to follow in terms of books pertaining to chess, in novel form, in reference book form, in I guess just like tips and tricks books form as well. I sort of went off the rails, used a couple thrift books, free book rewards, and yeah, we'll see when they get in. A couple of them should get in this week, maybe a couple over the weekend. I'll have maybe the YouTube's first ever chess books book haul. That would be sort of funny, but yeah, excited to get those in. What else? I guess speaking of chess, I'm still terrible at it. Not much has changed there. I guess that's the update. Like I said, my internet was basically out all weekend, so I had no chance to play chess. I mean, I guess I could go and play with humans, but that would require social interaction, and I don't do that. So, yeah, didn't play chess a whole lot that weekend. That's okay. My internet was gone. But yeah, what else is there? Take a shot every time I say, but yeah, this video, I think that is my version of oh well. You can hear my neighbor's dog. I got a new neighbor. His dog sort of constantly barks. It doesn't help that they leave the window open for him to bark at everything that moves outside. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Apartment living, been looking at houses to buy. I guess just window shopping, sort of, maybe not. We'll see. I don't know. Lots of timers ticking, and yeah, I guess this is gonna be the world's shortest weekly reading update, sort of grasping at straws is what the, duh, I got new books. They've literally been sitting here waiting for me to talk about for this entire time. So I've been collecting these for the past month or so, but now that all the books of this type, this genre, that's what it's called, book YouTuber man, it's called a genre. All the books of this genre are in, and so I figured I could share the lot. I mean, there's 3 of them, so these are sort of my first intros to philosophy and ethics and things of that nature. So first off here, we have Fear and Trembling by Soren Kierkegaard. This is a sort of a personal view of his at religion. I think it's told through, or not a retelling, but sort of his observations on the story of Abraham and his son, and sort of this time in his life, its relation to Protestant theology, the whole impact it had over on, I guess, culture in Europe, the existential movement, things of that nature. It's pretty short too, so I figured this would be a good way to dip my toes into. On a similar note, I think I shared this book like a month ago on a reading vlog. So I've been sitting on this one for a while. This is, sorry, I didn't mean to flick you off there. This is Either Or, also by Soren Kierkegaard. What is this one about? It says, adopting the viewpoints of 2 distinct figures with radically different beliefs, the aesthetic young man of part 1, simply called A, and the ethical judge Wilhelm of the second section, Kierkegaard reflects upon the search of a meaningful existence, contemplating subjects as diverse as Mozart, drama, boredom, and in the famous Seducer's Diary, the cynical seduction and ultimate rejection of a young, beautiful woman. A masterpiece of duality, Either Or's exploration of conflict between the aesthetic and the ethical, both meditating ironically and seductively upon Epicurean pleasures and eloquently expounding the noble virtues of a morally upstanding life. Maybe I'm in over my head on that one because I understood about a third of those words, but I digress. This one should be interesting to read about. Like I said, sort of my intro into philosophy. I heard Kierkegaard was a good place to start, and so I got 2 of his books, and there we are. Last book here, like I said, sort of ethics based. I know this one is not for the faint of heart, but I like this edition of it, and that is Aristotle's Nicomachean Ethics. This is a Hackett student edition, and it has like notes interlaced in with Aristotle's own writing, so you can sort of make sense of what the dude was saying. I don't really know what this is about literally at all. I just saw this edition at a used bookstore and I thought it was cool and I liked it. So yeah, it now is mine. Yeah, don't really have plans on when I will read these 3 books. Like I said, I'm enjoying the novels now, and I got chess books coming. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe if I ever get in a philosophical state, I'll pick up one of the Kierkegaards and go from there. But I think that'll do it for today. 3 books that I've acquired, I guess, over the past 3 weeks or so. There's more books there. Stay tuned for a different sort of book haul. They all just sort of came in willy-nilly. Like I think I said in a previous video when I was, right after my neck surgery, I sort of went off the wall, bought a bunch of books. These are 3 of them. Those big stack are all more related, so stay tuned for that video. But yeah, hopefully that should be out this week. Like I said, less crazy week than last week, so maybe another video will be out as well. Appreciate you watching up until this point. If you have, it's been a bit of a rambly one, and I apologize, but hey, that's what you get around here, I suppose. Growth on this channel has been pretty spectacular. We're nearing 600 subscribers. I don't even know 60 people, let alone 10 times that, are subscribed to this channel, so that's pretty insane. If you're new here, consider subscribing, give it a like if you liked it, all those YouTube things. And I appreciate you hanging out. Thanks for checking me out. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.